Preview. Mike is mute. Hello. Hold on.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy. What
Yeah,
is up,
dude, you were
everybody?
muted.
I know. I did all this talking and I realized, shit, I'm still muted.
Best conversation ever.
Oh, that's what my wife says. She's like, oh, I wish I could just mute you like a remote. But she can't. But no, I saw a couple news stories and I thought to myself, you know what? Let's talk a little news today. So it's a little Sam Elliott news, a little Richard Marx stuff going on. Let's say hi to people in the chat. AJ is here. Hello, AJ. Dennis still owes me $10 for your book, AJ. He's being a holdout, but I have faith, so I actually let him take the book home. I know he'll get me. JP Roca in the house. Hello. Hyper Kaiju, what's up? Peter Orchid Studios, hello. Apex Comics, Sam Elliott, question mark, oh yes. Zayd Comics, what's up, Phil? A very boomerific start. Yes, my mic was muted and I forgot. So, I got to just download my own breaking news intro that I can actually just pop into StreamYard and hit it instead of jacking it off YouTube like that. Whatever. Man, oh man.
I was going to say, I really did like your news intro, though.
Dude, I tell you, I just Googled it on YouTube, and YouTube has a couple free ones that are really cool. So, and one of them I found that's pretty cool is I clicked on the link to buy it, and it's like $6. So I might just buy it. Then I don't have to do anything. Yes, Hyper, I know what I said. Jacking it off YouTube. Yeah, I didn't say jacking it off to YouTube, though. That's something totally different that involves good videos. What's up, Pedro? So, first story up today, Sam Elliott blasts Jane Campion and Benedict Cumberbatch's The Power of the Dog for its allusions to homosexuality. Well, I will say, more people say hi. Love God, Bible Truth. Hello. Thank you for joining. AJ Stat Zero. Thank you for popping the links to First Man. Go back it now if you haven't backed it yet. Marcus is in the stream. All right. Double link is what is it when you say something at the same time as somebody else?
Jinx.
Jinx. Yep, you guys jinxed each other. Okay, so Sam Elliott. Now I saw this movie, The Power of the Dog, because I'm a Benedict Cumberbatch fan. I wouldn't say there's really allusions to homosexuality in the movie. That's basically, well, if you haven't seen the movie, there's going to be spoilers. I guess you could say that's kind of the twist in the movie is Benedict, you realize, and he comes to realize is a gay man in, did this take place in Montana? It took place in the early 1900s, so it's not exactly a Western. It's more early ranchers in the early 1900s. So there are the very early cars and stuff that are being driven around and things like that. But it says actor Sam Elliott, who is currently starring in Yellowstone prequel series 1883. I have still got to watch Yellowstone.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but I hear it's so good. He recently appeared on Mark Maron's podcast where he criticized the Benedict Cumberbatch starring Western, The Power of the Dog, for its homosexual themes. And I love Sam Elliott. That is one tough dude. And that's a mustache that I will never be able to grow. Okay, so in the most recent episode, Maron brings up The Power of the Dog, asking Elliott, did you see The Power of the Dog? Did you watch that movie? Elliott responded, let's see. I can't really do an imitation, but I'll try. Yeah, you want to talk about that piece of shit? Marin followed up. You didn't like that one? Elliott added, fuck no. So that cracks me up. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I got to keep reading. So here's a screenshot from Power of the Dog with Benedict Cumberbatch and Jesse Plemons, who plays his brother. Jesse, it's funny because you look at these two and they're brothers, and you're like, well, if one of these guys is going to be gay, it's probably Jesse. Well, it's not. It's Benedict's character, who is very trying to be manly, and he's not secure with himself. Once again, it is the early 1900s. So this is a movie I know Dennis's wife started, and what was it, 20 minutes in, she turned it off?
She couldn't take it.
She couldn't take
it. I was going to watch it because you keep saying I should watch it. So then I got home, and Susie goes, oh, I started watching it. She got in 20 minutes. She goes, fuck that. I'm done. She turned it off.
Stat Zero says, with Andy, it's more like, hello, Stone. I assume that's what you meant. Hello. I thought it was a good movie. It's not. So here, if I have any issues with this write-up, it's not a Western. I mean, like I said, they're ranchers. It's the early 1900s. It's like you watch this movie and you don't walk away from it going, oh, that was a Western. You know what I mean? To me, a Western is like late 1800s, and it's the old West town and gunfights and stuff like that, not ranchers in Montana. I mean, just because they're riding horses and stuff doesn't mean it's a Western.
Well, I mean, it could be like The Ranch, if you've ever seen that, which is a pretty good series. It is Sam Elliott and Ashton Kutcher, and they're actually on a modern-day ranch trying to survive as a family. That's not a Western. This is closer to a Western. It depends on exactly when.
Yeah, that's true. So Marin then asked him to elaborate, to which Elliott said, I'll tell you why. I didn't like it anyway. I looked at it when I was down there in Texas doing 1883. And what really brought it home to me the other day when I said to you, I want to effing talk about it. There was a effing full-page ad out in the LA Times. There was a review. Wait, there was a full-page ad out in the LA Times, and there was a review. Not a review, a clip. And it talked about the evisceration of the American myth. He continued, and I thought, what the F? What the F? This is the guy that's done Westerns forever, the evisceration of the American West. They made it look like, what are all those dancers, those guys in New York that wear bow ties and not much else? Remember them from back in the day? And Marin goes, oh, the Chippendales. Roadhouse is a Western truth.
It's I can't argue that. Technically, Star Wars is a Western. Star Trek is a wagon train to the stars.
Yeah. Elliott then says, yeah, that's what all these effing cowboys in that movie look like. He goes, they're all running around in chaps and no shirts. There's all these allusions to homosexuality throughout the effing movie, which is kind of the point of the movie, actually. Marin responds, I think that's what the movie's about. JP says, got to have the Budweiser hat for the kind of Dennis and Andy show. Okay. Elliott continues. Oh, and then Elliott then states, well, what the F does this woman, Marin interjects, who, Jane Campion, the director? He goes, yeah, she's a brilliant director, by the way. I love her work, previous work. But what the F does this woman from down there, New Zealand, know about the American West? And why in the fuck? I float back and forth between saying it. Why in the fuck does she shoot this movie in New Zealand and call it Montana and say this is the way it was? That's a fucking rub me the wrong way, pal. And, I will say, I didn't know they shot it in New Zealand. And it's probably because I guess that's where she's from. But because like Elliott said, they're shooting 1883 in Texas.
Well, all I'm going to say is apparently down there, That's where they have assless chaps, and that's what they needed.
That's true. Let's see. Elliott then elaborated, and the myth is that they were these macho men out there with the cattle. I just come from fucking Texas where I was hanging out with the families, not men, but families, big, long, extended, multiple generation families that made their living and their lives were all about being cowboys. And boy, when I fucking saw that, I thought, what the fuck? Where are we in this world today?
Holy crap, that is just awesome. He's just telling it like it is. I am telling you, we were out in Cody, out in Wyoming. We actually went to the rodeos just 2 years ago. And, you know, you sit there and it's entire families of people who have learned how to do this. It's an entire way of life. And again, somebody in Hollywood thinks that they have an idea and they're not even in the ballpark. Everything that, you know, he's describing, you're right. That isn't what it is. Maybe in Australia and New Zealand, but not here in America.
JP says, Andy knows a lot about those gay cowboys. Oh my God, they're so fruity gay. It's like fruity. What type of cereal did they eat in this movie? Fruity Pebbles, of course. Dennis knows what's up. There you go. And Sam Elliott is a boss. That's
he
for damn
is.
Sure.
At least, even in Hollywood, you can take so much where enough's enough, and you just got to say your piece. And I know Sam Elliott leans to the left, and I get that, and that's okay. But, you know, call it what it is, and at least he's doing that.
Dude, I love this. I mean, Cumberbatch never got out of his fucking chaps. He had 2 pair of chaps, a woolly pair and a leather pair. Every effing time he'd walk in from somewhere, I don't know where the fuck he was, never on a horse, maybe once. He'd walk into the effing house, storm up the effing stairs, go lay on his bed in his chaps and play his banjo. I was like, what the F? What the F?
So they're assless chaps who's never on a horse. And really, if you've ever wore chaps, like when I lived down in Texas, yes, we had them. Now, I wasn't a big rancher or anything like that. You didn't go lay on your bed in chaps. You took the damn things off. Always.
Well, I mean, you know, you wore assless chaps.
I knew you were going to. I've already covered that.
I know. The official description for the film on Netflix states, a domineering but charismatic rancher wages a war of intimidation on his brother's new wife and her teen son until long hidden secrets come to light. And her teen son, spoiler alert, he's a very feminine, gay teen son.
Maybe it's the guy we saw walking on the way to supper last night after the broadcast on the corner.
Could be. Owning chaps without a horse is a sign that maybe you're gay. And Marcus is driving back from Asheville. Nice.
Marcus is always driving back from Asheville or somewhere a ways away.
So then he says, you know, it ends with, what do you make of Elliott's criticism? You know, it's for the movie. Yes, I mean, it's a Western. It's just about the story of these brothers, and definitely Benedict Cumberbatch, his character is very insecure because deep down he knows that he's gay and he likes men, but in this day and time, he can't let that be known. And so he definitely overcompensates with the way he treats his brother's wife's son, kind of bullying almost in a way, but then they do kind of form a bond and stuff. That's the son right there. I don't know. I still thought it was pretty good. I'd be curious to see what you think, Dennis. Am I echoing?
I don't hear an echo. I see a couple of the guys are saying that you're echoing. It's not coming through on my end.
Let me just do one thing here. We'll see how that goes. Hyper says the movie sounds like a real snoozer. I honestly didn't think it was that bad. I thought the performances were really good.
Well, it's Sam Elliott. He's always good.
No, Sam's not in this movie, you moron.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about this movie.
I know. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Get with the program.
You couldn't convince me to really sit down and find time to watch it before, and you sure haven't convinced me to watch it now.
But it's Oscar nominated, Dennis.
Is it pudding or is it Jello Pops? Or maybe it's just pudding pops.
Maybe. Thoughts on Brokeback Mountain? You know, I remember when that movie came out. God, Heath Ledger's been dead since what, 2008? So it must be about 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Have you seen that movie, by the way?
Don't we have a clip of that in one of our little clips at the beginning?
Oh yeah, we do. Have you seen that movie, Dennis, Brokeback Mountain?
When it originally came out, because there it is. Yep, I mean, everybody saw that movie.
I remember seeing it on TV, actually, not in the theater, but I remember all the people talking about it, and I knew what it was about. But, man, I got to tell you, there's one of those scenes in the tent with the two of them, and I was like, whoa! You know, I mean, it was a good movie, I thought.
Oh, keep Bill Cosby out. You shouldn't talk about pudding pops.
You shouldn't talk about the pudding pops. I put the roofie in the pudding pop. And then I refreeze it. Some person says, hit like if you think the stream is brimming with masculine man on man action. That's right. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Now we're going to talk about Richard Marx. Dennis, do you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah. Yep. So here, let me pull it up on mine.
Yeah, I figured you'd pull it up separately, and then I'll just have this first.
Yeah, musician Richard Marx, known for his hit song, Right Here Waiting for You, called those who oppose critical race theory traitors and enemies of democracy. He also went after actor Nick Searcy, calling him a traitorous assbag. You know, Richard Marx, who's a shortened version of Richard Marxist,
right,
literally just said everything the exact opposite. Critical race theory in of itself is racist.
Yeah,
it's wrong in every way. So how are you traitors and enemies of democracy? Democracy is about open debate and being able to debate any topic out there. Listen to everybody's opinion, get all sides of the story, make up your opinion, and vote on what you want. That is not the enemy. Everything he just said, I just want to walk over and slap him in the face.
AJ says, oops, why are we talking about Dick Marx? Because it's a funny story, and I like Nick Searcy. Nick Searcy and a couple other people give it back to him.
Marx took to Twitter where he wrote, to those of us who are actual patriots, all in capitals, it is and always has been crystal clear. If you're a white nationalist, if you're praising Putin, if you're against CRT, if you want to make it harder for POC to vote, if you defend January 6th, you are a traitor and an enemy of democracy.
He is literally throwing out every freaking talking point that he can come up with, that he's heard, that he's parroting about, you know, that the left just likes to throw down.
So he's obviously watching The View, Rachel Maddow, MSNBC, CNN, PBS. I mean, literally, it is one talking point after another without actually being able to talk intelligently about anything. It is what we call dumb bullet points.
One, I love the praising Putin. You know, that just cracks me up because I know what he's referring to. Dennis pulling out the Eddie Murphy impersonating Bill Cosby impersonation. Yes, he was.
But it's been a while since I've had to do some impersonations.
Past Master Dan says 31 Democrats are not running for re-election. Good. And Hyper Kaiju nails it. These guys always attack this ludicrous straw man version of what they pretend a conservative is. They totally do. They have no idea. Right. They're just spoon-fed this garbage, and then they go, "Well, that must be true." But I love what Kurt Schlichter tweeted back.
Read it.
Oh, Kurt Schlichter tweeted back, while he was making shitty music, some of us were serving in the Cold War.
Yes.
And then of course Marx has to hit back. Here's an overview of KK Kurt's career highlights. This white nationalist prick is such a failure, even OAN won't give him a gig. I love it when these guys go back and forth, I must say. And then Kurt says, Richard, Ukraine is welcoming brave studs like you to go fight instead of running your sissy mouths like bitches. You should go and inspire them with your special brand of unchallenging AM filler. And make sure you pre-order my latest at Regenery book. All right, so whatever. But what's up, Leg Kick? Leg Kick is in the house.
Maybe he'll want his music removed and then secretly sneak it back on after all the headlines die down.
Maybe he could virtue signal that way. Nick Searcy, of course, who is a great actor, he goes, I hear at Richard Marx has canceled his gig in front of 35 snoring fans at the Franklin Theater, capacity 630, so that he can go help the Ukrainians by singing to the Russian soldiers, thereby causing many of them to commit suicide.
You know what? I heard he might be going over there. He sat up all night with his cardboard and scissors and cut out an AK-47, spray painted it black, and was ready for action.
He's ready to go. But wait a second. They only want people between, 20 and 60? Richard Marx might have aged out.
Oh, yeah. And you have to be photogenic. And you have to be photogenic and play airsoft.
That's right. I don't know how old he is, but he's got to be pushing 60 or over 60 now. So Richard Marx hits back. Incorrect, Nick. Playing 3 nights at that beautiful theater. Just send me and my guitar. So grateful after 35 years to still be touring. Though your acting career is toast, it's nice to see your side gig as a boring, traitorous ass bag is thriving. So, Nick's back. Sorry I can't make it there to hear your 80s hit, Richard.
By the way, Richard Marx he's your age. He was born in 63.
He is not my age, but he's also not 60.
Yeah, he's actually 58.
Yeah. So then he goes, Richard says, sorry I can't make it to hear your 80s hit, Richard. I'll be shooting the 4th feature film I've done in the past 12 months, all of which will be released in 2022. But thanks for writing. Write back if you ever write a new song. Maybe I'll hear it in an elevator someday. Oh!
Speaking of which, AJ just did a good one. Hold on. This is a shotgun fight. Does playing at the hotel lobby count as touring? It does, because they always have those beautiful candelabras, and then you can walk up there and they got the beautiful chalice that you can put your dollar bill in.
Henry Bemis, I haven't even thought about Richard Marx since 1989, and that was probably because I was laughing at that horrible mullet of his. That's probably it.
Well, I haven't seen Richard Marx since he was wearing his red shoes.
And then, of course, he goes after DeSantis. You need to go look up public service, Death Santis. What a disgrace to human decency. Yeah, because he's like, yeah, I'm not sending my National Guard troops up to D.C. after how you treated them last year. So, no, and they weren't needed. Look at that. They would have been sent up there. It would have been a waste of money.
Besides, they've already put their fencing back up around the Capitol and stuff. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, Anybody that's a free and open society that has to put large fencing and barbed wire around the Capitol, everything's got to be good.
Yeah, it's got to be. And then he just goes on more. So basically, it looks like Richard Marx wanting to get attention. Pedro says I had to Google.
Pedro, you're probably not as old as us. That's why.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, obviously, my daughter wouldn't know who it is. Anybody born in the 90s is like, Richard who? For sure. Hyper Kaiju, Death Santis, that's not even clever, just pathetic. Well, here's the funny thing. If you go back a year, so, COVID's pretty much done as of Tuesday because, State of the Union and stuff. And if you go back a year, the stats a year ago, I think were better than they are now, but now it's okay now. So Frank says, what's his song? I honestly don't remember the name of it. Do you?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Well, no, if you tell me, I'll go to YouTube and speed it up so I can play part of it.
Yeah, hang on. I'll look it up. Right here waiting for you. Right here waiting for you. Ooh. Pedro was born in 74. See, he's a lot younger than us.
All right, hold on. I'll get this going. I'm going to speed it up a little bit.
Because now remember they used to have an entire TV show devoted to one-hit wonders.
Right. We're going to take it to 1 1/4. Hopefully that I'm going to take it to 1 1/2. I really don't want to get demonetized. And I'll just play a little bit of it too.
It used to be one where you took the girl you were at the dance with and you would slow dance to.
All right, here we go. It. So that is the song. Saccharine Pop Crap. Timothy.
But what happened was he became very famous for that song. And even like at Pizza Hut, they would let him ahead in the line because he was Richard Marx.
Exactly. This is a good point by Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you for joining or, watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Everyone should. Have you all seen the idiots who say they wear their masks now because they don't want to be mistaken for a Republican? Yes, I have.
Matter of fact, I saw them at lunch today. We literally sat next to some.
It went from TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, to CDS, COVID derangement syndrome. So Richard Marx sings like every dude that sings Whitney Houston in their car alone. Hey, James, there's something you want to tell us? Because I don't know any man that sings Whitney Houston in his car alone. Just saying. Stat Zero says that guy has Linda Hamilton's hair. Terminator 1. He does.
You're absolutely right. But it was. Then apparently 3 years later, he went and got buffed just like her too. But then he never could sing again. If you look at
her build, she's definitely buffer and could probably kick Richard Marx's butt. So.
Oh, at that time, she absolutely could.
Performative mask wearing. Pedro says Richard Marx at your closest Red Lobster live. No joke though. Those Red Lobster biscuits are some goodness right there.
Guess what I picked up this week?
Oh, did you have you made them at home yet?
I did.
How are they? Or how'd they come out?
They are very solid. As long as you follow them, they are really close to the ones that you actually get there. So kudos to Red Lobster. It's the highlight of the Red Lobster.
Oh, that's cool. Patrick Bateman listens to Whitney alone. Well, at least without anyone living. Oh. So who's going to see Batman this weekend? I am going to see it. I knew you were, Dennis. That really wasn't directed towards you, but thanks for chiming in. I'm going to go see it Sunday at 11 a.m. Dennis is going at 4. So as soon as I'm out of the movie, I'm going to text Dennis a bunch of spoilers.
They're great anytime. As long as you get the cheddar cheese.
I see my stupid I'm going for all 175 minutes. Well, you have to. Dennis will probably miss a good 20 minutes of the movie because he'll have to take 3 pee breaks.
There's a whole group of us, I think 8 or 10 of us going. We're going out to eat ahead of time, and then all of us nerds are going over. You know, I'm going to be drinking a lot. I'm going to be like, oh my God. So one of the guys goes, everybody bring your adult diapers. That way we don't have to miss anything. Quote unquote, I've heard the reviews are pretty solid on it. That's all I've heard, and I'm not going to listen to much, but hopefully it's good. I'm crossing my fingers that they did something surprisingly right.
Man, I hope so. I think the Riddler, I really like the actor that plays the Riddler. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. What's up, Randy? We are talking about sparkly Batman. I don't know, man. I think it looks pretty good. Dan Lawless, the only thing the Batman trailer needs is a laugh track. What?
Yeah. All I'm going to say is I have Fantastic Four, the last movie expectations. So as long as I go in with those expectations, how can you be disappointed?
That's true. Justin says between all the crowding in Ukraine during the Ottawa protests and the state address, COVID is now a thing of the past. It should be.
Have you guys seen the pictures of the convoy to D.C. yet? How long? They did some aerial drone footage of it going down all these miles and parking.
Are they still going there?
Oh, yeah. It's incredible. They showed them at the end, and they started going backwards. It is incredible. I really can't believe mainstream media is not even hardly talking about it. Because
I thought they were supposed to be there by Tuesday.
What's that?
I thought they were supposed to be there by the State of the Union.
They showed, the last picture I saw was there's like a line at the end, the trucks up front stop, and then they start filming how far back, how many miles it's going. And the drone just keeps going, and it goes up. It's impressive. I really want to find out. The last that I heard for an update was that they had 30,000 screaming trucks.
Wow. Read that.
Oh, yeah. Or I could just say Wisconsin.
How long until they call the convoy insurrectionists? They'll wait till they get there. And then they will, I'm sure. And then, they'll call them white nationalists. They'll call them racist and bigots and all that fun stuff.
So speaking of Wisconsin, did you hear about we did pull it up. They, Racket Law, they were pulling up. There's the Wisconsin sexual murder that just happened. So apparently the girl,
24-year-old girl.
Yeah. And they were in the middle of coitus, and right in the height of it, she literally decapitates the guy. And apparently they were looking for the head, and she goes, "You got to find it." And I'm like, what is it with Wisconsin?
No, they found it.
But it was hidden.
Right.
Right. Her comment was, "You have to find it."
I'm trying to, it was on my homepage this morning, but it's not now. Oh, look, here's a headline. Amazon kills off physical stores. So I guess Amazon won't have a physical store anymore. Oh, did you see this headline? This is a good one. I'm going to share my screen just because I know I'm fuzzy looking at it. It drives me crazy. I love this headline. A Russian businessman has put a $1 million bounty on Vladimir Putin's head. How Dennis, we need to take a trip.
Yep, I'll grab my airsoft or my paint gun.
Did Dennis just talk like that dipshit from The Big Bang? Did you, Dennis?
The Big Bang. Did you?
I don't know.
I missed the reference.
Yeah.
I do see Great State of Cheese.
I got to say, he needs to pony up a little more than $1 million. That seems like that's as bad as Austin Powers, when Dr. Evil was like, $1 million, and he gets nudged. He's like, oh, $1 billion or whatever. It's like 1 million. Yeah, you're going to need to pony up a little more. 1 million doesn't take you as far these days as it used to, buddy. If you're going to do a bounty like that, you need to pony up a little bit more than $1 million. And it would be split because let's say some military officers got together and did it, right? Well, let's say 4 guys do it. Well, I mean, that 4-way split, I mean, I guess living over there, that money will be really good for him, but still. Well, good for him. We'll see if anybody wants to take a bite out of that apple. So
nice. Well, we are going to be. Are we going to pop on tomorrow for our movie reviews?
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, I got to go pick my daughter up soon. So tomorrow afternoon, Dennis and I will come back. We're going to talk about the movie Shut In, which was the Daily Wire's most recent release. We both watched that. I guess we could talk about the Ricardos now that you watched it as well.
Yeah,
on Amazon. About Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz's relationship and stuff. And then I guess we can go over new comics as well tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, new comics. I got a bunch of the quick flips up. I've got a few more to do yet tonight. I did watch, for those of you who are gamers out there, 2 things. I did just watch Legends of Vox Machina, and I may wind up pulling up a stream and doing that one because I will be honest, I was incredibly surprised at how good it was. It was just surprisingly good. My buddies told me I had to absolutely watch it. So that, and I actually wound up getting, I bought a game, and I haven't bought a PC game in quite a while, Elden Ring. My buddies just talked me into picking up Elden Ring. So if you guys have any experience with that, drop me lines and stuff, because I have never played anything from any of the series.
Pastmaster Dan says Lucille could really suck a cigarette. She could. Timothy asks, Andy, I saw you touting Reacher on Twitter. Have you read the books? I have not. I'll be 100% honest. I have not read any of the books. I do.
My wife has read them all.
I just saw that. I guess there's a new one that's out. I saw it at Target. So it's either a new one or maybe they re-released the last one he did. I should read them because the show was fantastic. So 40% Zed says Dark Souls is my fave game of all time.
See, and that's what this is based off, and all the combat. And so I'm a noob to this one, but the graphics were so absolutely incredible. So Elden Ring, I'm going to give it a shot.
It was from October. Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll pick that one up and give it a whirl. Randy said, I just came back from the comic store. Apparently the last issue of Star Wars High Republic came and went, and no one cared.
Oh my God, that was the last issue? I literally picked it up. It burned my hand like a cross to a vampire, and then I put it back down. I literally cared zero, about as much as the Starship Hotel.
Oh, that's his brother writing the most recent one? Because I saw the different name on the book, same last name but different first name, and I thought maybe it's his son or something, but it's his brother. That's actually kind of neat. Hyperkaiju says, I got high and forgot about High Republic.
You get high all the time and forget about everything, so it's okay.
That's true. Dennis, why don't you show us that issue of She-Hulk #2 with that variant cover?
You want me to grab it?
Talk about First Man.
I'll grab it.
Guys, First Man 2, Learning Curve, is still in demand. I am working on page 55. I can't drive 55. So I'm working on page 55. Just started laying it out before I came on the live stream. The book is still in demand. If you haven't backed it yet, please go support it. It's a great superhero book. No political agenda, no preachiness, just fun, super heroic action. Luke Henry is back, his First Man, back on Earth, having to tackle the Fourth World Foundation and the villain known as Adonis. What is this garbage down here? How do I get rid of it? No. Wow, who cares?
Oh, it's Pornhub, obviously.
It's Indiegogo doing some crap. Dan says, how many pages to go? like I said, I'm on page 55. The story is 58, and then there's the rest of the book is going to be extra goodies and stuff like that. So I've got including this page 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 pages to go, including the one I just started laying out. And then, you know, of course, I'm shuffling stuff to my colorist and things as well. But please check this out. If you didn't get the first one, there is a tier where the feature tier has volume 1, 2, and the program book, which is an extra 40-page book. It goes behind the scenes. It has drawings of First Man by the likes of Adam Hughes, Alan Davis, Bart Sears, George Perez, Brian Hitch, just to name a few. And then it also has sketches and layouts from it's like a making of the book. So get that. If you just want to get volume 1 and 2, there's a tier for just that. There's a tier for the book, volume 2, and not the program book, but the Art of Andy Smith Black Book, 112-page hardcover book showcasing some of my art throughout my 31-year career. There's 5 head sketches left, so if you want to get a head sketch, you can. The Fabulous Bundle is volume 1, volume 2, plus the variant covers for volume 1 and 2 by Bart Sears and the program book. The Single Figure Commission, there's 3 left. Get yourself character of your choice. You can still be drawn in the book, because the page where I'm drawing the people in the book, I have the panels left blank because I want to leave that open as long as I can. So once I finish drawing all the interiors of the book, that's when I'm going to reach out to the couple people that already backed it to be a character in the book, or to have their likeness drawn in the book. I'll be reaching out soon for that, and there's 2 spots left. And then I added this Green Lantern sketch cover because the White Queen sketch cover and the Superman, Christopher Reeve type Superman fighting the Lou Ferrigno-esque Hulk sketch cover are gone. So I've added, I'm just trying to get down to it so you can see it.
Randy's asking, when do we have to pick our single figure sketch commissions?
You will get an email. Hold on. I'm just trying to find, I know I have that cover. Where? Let me let the page load. Maybe that's it.
Best State of Union ever. Are you talking Biden or are you talking Trump CPAC? Just asking.
That's right. I will contact you when I'm done drawing the book. When the book is done, not just me drawing the last 4 pages that I have to go, but when the book is done and at the printer, I will contact everybody that commissioned a sketch, and I will, Wiley, we knew it was a joke. And you'll get an email from me, and that's when. So it'll probably be another month or so before I start contacting people. So, and I'll make an announcement and stuff as well. So don't worry, you will get it. But hold on, I'm trying to see. That's weird. The Green Lantern cover was here, but now I don't see it. So I need to go back and add that, because I know I did add it, but now I don't see it. But you can also open up the wall, get yourself the original art to the parody ad. It is double page spread size, so it's huge. It's 14 by 21 and a half. Piece of original art, piece of history, because I don't sell my art, so there's that as well. All right, guys, please back it. I would appreciate it so much. Hawk Girl would be awesome. What's up, official Polyworld trainer? Hello, thank you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Everybody hit the like button. Timothy nailed it. Biden stole all Trump's talking points. I agree. Bring American jobs back. That's a Trump thing. Secure the border. That's Trump. Let's see. Fund the police. That's Trump. It was driving me crazy. And
right as Kamala Harris rolled her eyes.
Mr. Sider, I'm going to watch the Batman on Sunday. You got me once. You won't get me twice, Mr. Sider. Guys, I hate to bust it out of here like this. Yes, I heard Batman was great. I have high hopes. But I got to roll. I literally have to go pick up my kid. I just looked at the clock and I'm like, oh, crap.
We'll do these
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
let me see this cover. Hold on. I'm going to full screen you. What do we got?
So these are two unusual ones that I got stuck in my pull list. Obviously, Phoenix, and then the She-Hulk one was because, they're Gwen and they're ex-Gwen, so he automatically puts them in my pull. So I did get them.
Both those covers are very nice.
Yeah, so. By the way, I did get asked a question, and I will quickly address before we go out. People are asking, how come that when I do my quick flips and full reviews, I actually sit down with the camera and go through them page by page versus doing them electronically so you can zoom in and stuff?
Because you're a gentleman.
And I do that because I physically purchase the books from my local comic shop, and I support the industry. A lot of people that are doing these reviews and stuff online, they don't actually purchase the books. They actually just go on and illegally download them and then maybe sometimes pull off the word balloons. So I will always do them with the physical books. And then I am going to be doing another power book this week. I don't know. It's either going to be Fantastic Four, Captain America, or $6 Million Man. So I'll figure out which one I'm going to do.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for your support in my channel and for backing First Man. I can't do this without you. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Dennis, you showed up. That's cool. AJ says posers. Not cool. Oh, he saved himself. Thanks, fellows. Okay, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow on the DNA channel, Dennis and Andy Show. Search that on YouTube. And we will talk about the movie Shut In, the movie The Ricardo, some new comics and more, probably around 4 o'clock tomorrow. We'll do that. And until then, I'm always bringing this back. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Get your sexy on. I'm bringing sexy back.